What's up, guys? Lightning over here, and welcome back to Chemically Modern. I'm not gonna put face cam because I don't remember I had a face cam. So, yeah, I'm gonna basically go to where we ended off. Right here. Yeah. I can only feel bad for not being that interested in science, but I can give her more support as she does whatever she does there.
There. Done.
Kyoko proudly presents her phone to me, showing that she's now adding me as a contact.
I've spelled your name right, haven't I?
Yeah, that's right.
I'll send you a picture later so you can add me to yours.
Well, Nova's not really a hard name to spell. It's only 24 letters. She stands before me, a smile spread across her face as the evening sunlight trickles through the classroom windows, brushing her cheeks as they glow softly. I guess it's getting pretty late. Saying my thoughts aloud, Kyoko nods in agreement as we both exit the room, disregarding to put away the cleaning equipment. That and whatever experiment she was up to beforehand. As we exit the school ground, Kyoko's soft footsteps ring out faintly amongst our almost silent surroundings, spare the sounds of day-to-day life. I guess it shows how long we were cleaning for. I could swear that there were still club activities going on when we started. The evening sky blankets us in the spring air as we stand together at the school gates.
You're coming to the science club tomorrow, right? Don't forget.
It's not like an after our normal introduction, and all the begging involved to vote me in. At the end of the day, maybe something like this would be nice. Maybe I can find some ambition, even if science isn't my strong suit. Don't worry, I'm not going to skip my first club meeting.
You make that sound as if you're planning on skipping some, though.
For the first time in a while, I laugh. In turn, Kyoko's mock frown shifts to a soft but truthful smile. I'll see you tomorrow, Kyoko.
I'll be waiting for you. We're classmates after all. I'll see you tomorrow, too.
Our paths, despite parted by departures, are now closer together as clubmates. I turn to see Kyoko's figure in the distance, almost silhouetted by the evening sun. Calling it a picturesque wouldn't be far-fetched. I guess I'm a member of the science club now. I don't really get along with her. Kyoko. The essays journals. Two hearts. One story. Chemically bonded.
We're here to join the science club.
I'll be skipping training too, so don't feel too bad.
One of those characters might look familiar from another series. I might have to age restrict this. Oh my god. Oh, I might have to censor that. Oh my god. I might have to censor those and age restrict the video. Act 1. Welcome to the club. Ooh, I forgot about those scenes so much. Oh god, we have to censor those. Passing over as quickly as they start, the dispersal of the class marks the end of our morning sessions, reinforced by the brief chime of the bell. Leaning back in my chair with a stretch, almost to wring out the lethargy built up inside, I too rise from my seat. I guess now would be such a bad time to get lunch, even if I'm not that hungry. Stepping out into the corridor, the usual chatter flows through as people make their way out of classes, one by one, to join the mass crowd heading to the stairwells. Based on how late class had actually finished, I had no doubts that the cafeteria would be busy. Thinking of my new acquaintance, or rather clubmate, I noticed how Kyoko opts to either stay in class or head elsewhere for lunch. Not as if it matters, but assuming she heads to the science lab, it wouldn't be unreasonable. Mention it, I'll be getting to know the room pretty well myself in the coming days, now that I've committed to joining. Based on how enthusiastic she was about it, it wouldn't be too far a stretch to think she'd wait for me to turn up no matter what. Pulling out now isn't an option, even though I can't see myself doing that to her. Spending time with her might actually boost my grades. I have a front row view of the school's smartest doing science right before my eyes. Even if I'm not into it, she certainly is, whenever doing science involves. And she seems like a nice person too. Perhaps it'd even be fun. I continue my journey towards the cafeteria, just one out of many students now amassed in this narrow hallway. Walking through the doors to the cafeteria, the sight of people swathed around the rows of tables greets my eye. I expected. Quite busy in here. Students from 1st and 3rd years crowd around eating and chatting. The scene itself somehow seems too familiar, as if I'm expecting to find Kyoko eating her lunch in the corner by herself. However, I'm certain she stayed behind eating class. Plus, I established she's not that type of person. Taking the situation into consideration, it'd probably be best to buy something from the vending machines. The line for food is almost a metaphor in itself, but personally, I don't find what's on offer good. I've never been a fan of beef sandwiches imported from abroad. Domestic cuisine is more than enough. Reaching into my pocket, I feel out for any loose coin. The pang of realization hits me as my fingers rummage around inside look for any hints of change. Damn. The only option now is head back to class. I could have sat down somewhere and joined in with one of my groups, but even then I'll be the only one without food. Turn around, I make my way out of the cafeteria with a less than stellar expression of neutrality on my face as I watch myself pass by the glass-framed posters on the wall. The corridor is filled by a state close to silence as I walk down listening to my footsteps tapping against the hard floor below. Dust wafts around in the warm spring air, glowing in the afternoon sun now shining through windows lining the walls. For now, all I can do is wait around in class for afternoon lessons to start. If I'm lucky, I can find someone to talk to there. As I take my next step down the corridor, a hand claps around my shoulder tightly, pulling me back. If I'd actually managed to get some lunch, I'm fairly certain I would have shot myself.
Where do you think you're going?
Hey? As I'm spun around by my shoulder, before me stands Naomi Sato, with a sharp glare on her face. This very same Naomi Sato from yesterday. The popular, attractive, in my opinion, the somewhat rude Naomi Sato. If it wasn't for yesterday, I wouldn't have recognized her sporting a new getup. Hair done into a ragged ponytail as lengths in front of her eyes, and her ears floated out to her chest. I don't think I've seen her like this before.
I have something I want to ask you.
I can't possibly think what she wants to talk about after yesterday. Maybe she's just pissed that I bumped
You
into
were
her?
hanging about with Kyoko yesterday, weren't you?
And what if I was? The entire thing is none of her business after all. Especially my ties now firmly within her grip, almost enough to choke me if she pleased. Interrogating people doesn't help. Why does it matter to you anyway? Standing my ground doesn't particularly help the situation. She continues to stare at me with a look more than pissed as my tie is put tight around my neck. Just what is the problem?
I just want to know why she's hanging around with you. That's all. And why does it matter if it matters to me?
Because it seems as if you have a problem? Now I pulls down on my tie, further tightening around my neck. I'm joining the science club, right? What's wrong with that?
The science club? So that's what she's up to. If I was you, I'd stay away from her. That's not just advice, either.
Basking in the afternoon sunlight, I appear to be getting threatened by the most popular girl in the school. If this is what she's really like, then she really ticks all the cliches, and that's just me she has a problem with. The more I stare at it, the more I think that's the case. Her eyes, still fixed towards mine, carry an uncannily natural sense of anger as she still clutches my tie tightly, frowning all the while. Luckily enough, we're the only ones around in the corridor. Lunch doesn't end for a while, so nobody's around to witness us. You know, I've never had a girl this close to me before. I can almost feel her breath against my face. She's close enough that I could probably kiss you. Now you're pushing me back. Despite remaining horn on my tie, it's like she's intentionally trying to choke me. What was that for?
You're being disgusting! You can't just say things like that!
I was joking.
I haven't got time for your jokes. I asked you a question, alright?
I told you I'm in the science club. Why the popular you have an issue with Kyoko anyway?
That's none of your concern! I don't have an issue. And how does a guy like you know who I am? What's your name?
Naomi yanks at my tie. I'm Nova. You're the captain of the track team. Everyone knows who you are. Releasing me from her grip, my tie falls to my chest as Naomi remains with her eyes fixed in my direction, now seeming somewhat calmer.
Dealing with Kyoko is not worth your time. That's all. Telling you bluntly is the only way you'd understand.
A bit too bluntly, might I add. Naomi rests her hands at her side, still facing me with a less than pleased expression. I don't think choking me has made it any clearer. I didn't even recognize you with that new hairstyle at first.
You like it?
I guess it suits you.
Ew!
Her face contorts in response to my compliment. I guess she really doesn't like me.
Just leave Kyoko alone. She's not someone you should be involved with.
I should probably be the one saying that, given how she acted yesterday, and only inquisitive actions today. Realizing it, though, has given Naomi enough time to make her way halfway down the corridor. What a great way to introduce herself. For someone who's supposed to be popular, she certainly has a unique personality. Now that she's confirmed my suspicion, it's clear enough that there's something happening between Kyoko and Naomi. Despite having just met them both, it's more than concerning. It seems as Naomi herself doesn't like Kyoko, so standing around and watching doesn't seem like the best idea. Then again, getting involved in it isn't the best one either. I didn't know that I had to put up with this after joining the science club, but if anyone is able to clear this up, it'd be Kyoko. I should probably talk to her about it. Making my way back to class, the glistening sunlight shines a reflection from the polished floor below. She's not someone you should be involved with. Naomi. Well guys, I'm gonna end it there. For two reasons. One, we just made a important starting point, and my foot is falling asleep. Again, every time I record. Amazing, if you guys enjoyed the video, be sure to click that like button. Lets me really enjoy the content. It helps for the channel. And also, if you haven't already subscribed, join the party today. And I'll see you guys on the next video. Thanks for watching. Bye guys.